Okay, meeting adjourned. Now we'll start our regular city council meeting, Monday, February 10th, 2014. Have a roll call vote. Clerk, call the roll.
Alderman Putoff. Here. Ferrari.
Here.
Waldorf. Here. Makoshius. Here. Perez.
Here.
Radke.
Here.
Mueller.
Here.
Sapienza. Mayor Harrell.
Here. Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, economic development, you had a couple things you wanted to say quickly here under presentation, or take as much time as you want, or whatever. Are you ready?
Right? All right, Doug. You're all set,
Good
Bob.
to go, thank you. Okay, thank you. Is it hot right now? Okay. As you know, members of the council and Mayor Harrell, we have two very important retail corners in Peru, the Jewel Corner, which we announced last month with the new CVS, and the iconic Kmart Corner, which I'm happy to announce that Kin Properties, I'll read a letter that was sent to Mayor Harrell. Dear Mayor Harrell, please be advised that Kin Properties has finally executed a lease with Dunham Sports to take 42,000 square feet of the 104,000 square foot Kmart building. Kin Properties has engaged Harris Architecture to prepare plans for landlord to demise the Kmart building and separate utilities for Dunham Sports. Dunham's will then follow suit with preparing their own building plans necessary to perform their interior build-out. A little bit about Dunham Sports. Dunham's is a regional sporting goods super chain owned by Dunham's Corporation. Stores are located in the Midwestern and Southeastern United States. There's stores in over 15 states. They have over 200 locations. It was founded in 1937 as Dunham's Bait and Tackle in Michigan, and has grown over the years to become Midwest's largest sporting goods chain. So we're expecting to have them in town soon, and to go through the normal procedure of design and review, and then appear before the council. So it's exciting news for the city of Peru, and one that we've been waiting for a long time. So now we have something in the Jewel Corner, and now we have something on the Kmart Corner. Any questions from members of the council?
I know it's way too early, but you have quite a few more inquiries at the Kmart area.
Yes. The future of Kmart, I'm told, is now that they have Dunham's in place, they have the westernmost portion, which would be approximately where Jo-Ann Fabrics used to be. If somebody comes in like Dunham's where they are, they have another lead over there. We have a lead on the corner, and so we're expecting additional announcements in the future.
Good news.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Bob. Okay, do we have any public comment?
No comment cards, Your Honor.
Okay, we have a motion to receive the minutes placed on file.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to receive the minutes placed on file. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Your Honor, I just want to have one amendment to make. I don't have the actual paper in front of me, the report, but it did state that I had a communication with the Sheriff's Department when we were discussing the report from Judge Balestri. I actually stated that I communicated with the State's Attorney, Attorney Generals, and U.S. State's Attorney, and Illinois State Police. I did not have communications with the Sheriff's Department. It's in there somewhere, but I don't have it in front of me.
I'll make the edit. I remember typing it, so
All right, thank you.
I thought you had got in touch with all the investigative branches. That's what you reported.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, do we have a motion for the amendment?
So moved, Your Honor.
Second. Have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. Okay, we'll go to committee reports. Council and Finance, Alderman Putoff, Alderman Radke.
Yes, Your Honor. Tonight we have disbursements for February 12th, 2014. The disbursements are $1,728,084.20. I'd like to make a motion that the bills be received, placed on file, and paid in the usual manner.
Second.
A motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Radke, to receive the disbursements and the bills paid in the usual manner. Is there any discussion? Have a roll call vote. Clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf. Lukosius. Perez. Radke. Mueller. Sapienza.
Motion approved.
In addition, Your Honor, I'd also like to make a motion tonight to approve the IMEA purchase power bill for the month of January 2014. The amount is $1,248,789.56. This was omitted from the disbursements. It came in a little late afterwards, and something we wanted to add to it. It also gives a pretty good narrative of where your electricity goes, and I encourage the council members to read that because it does give comparisons also on what the other agency members purchase as far as what their power factors are and things of that nature. So that is my motion, Your Honor.
Second.
I have a motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Radke, to approve the IMEA purchase power for $1,248,789.56. Is there any discussion? Have a roll call vote. Clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf. Lukosius. Perez. Radke. Mueller. Sapienza.
Motion approved.
Your Honor, in something that the council has typically done each year, it's a $500 donation to Cops for Cancer. The last 2 years, Cops for Cancer has donated over $166,000 to assistance for families that have needed it. It again has been a request and approved in the past by the City of Peru Council. So tonight I'd like to make a motion to again continue the $500 donation to Cops for Cancer.
Second.
I have a motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Radke, to approve a $500 donation to Cops for Cancer. Is there any discussion? Roll call vote. Clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf. Lukosius. Perez. Radke. Mueller. Sapienza.
Motion approved.
And another item, Your Honor, tonight I'd like to make a motion to approve a $1,000 donation to the Spring Valley Walleye Club. In the past, the City of Peru has donated $250 for a billboard and has done an additional $500 for the special walleye fundraiser or event that they have each year. It is in a little different format this year, and what has happened to the Walleye Club is that the people who own the walleye runs, or whatever they call that, they have to put down a $3,000, a fee to have this contest each year. And what they're looking for is from various cities if we would help with that fee. I think it's obvious that the City of Peru, of all the cities involved, we probably benefit most by the hotels that it certainly fills and the amount of taxes that we receive. So what we'd like to do tonight is to approve a $1,000 donation that would handle the all the year round for the Walleye Club.
Second.
I have a motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Radke, to approve a $1,000 donation to Spring Valley Walleye Club. Is there any discussion? Roll call vote. Clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf. Lukosius. Perez.
Aye.
Radke. Mueller. Sapienza.
Motion approved.
Also a request from the IMUA that the city does contribute $75 to the IMUA annual scholarship program that is open for all of the high school kids in our community. That is a motion, Your Honor.
Second.
A motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Radke, for a $75 contribution to the IMUA annual scholarship program. Is there any discussion? Have a roll call vote. Clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf. Lukosius. Perez. Radke. Mueller. Sapienza.
Motion approved.
All right. Your Honor, that's all I have, thankfully, from the Accounts and Finance Committee.
Public Works, Alderman Waldorf, Alderman Lukosius.
Yes, Your Honor. We're going to jump down to the middle of the pack here on the agenda, and I'd like to make a motion to approve concurrence and authorization in awarding the general aviation apron replacement to the lowest bidder Deconstruction Incorporated in the amount of $379,247.50.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Lukosha, second by Alderman Waldorf, to approve the authorization awarding the GA apron replacement to the lowest bidder, Deconstruction Incorporated, in the amount of $379,247.50. Is there any discussion?
Your Honor, I just also would like to add that of that figure, the City of Peru's obligation will be 5% of that obligation, of that total figure.
Have a roll call vote. Clerk call the roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Lukosius.
Aye.
Perez.
Aye.
Radke.
Aye.
Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
Motion approved.
Your Honor, I have the Public Works Monthly Report for January 2014. It shows a lot of the smaller public works jobs. I think of note. There were 7 water leaks around the city that were repaired, and there was one heck of a lot of snow plowing and salt spreading and snow removal. So I will make a motion to accept this report and place it on file.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Waldorf, second by Alderman Lukosius, to accept the Public Works Monthly Report and place on file. Is there any discussion?
I would just like to say, Chief, can you pass on the thanks to the council? I know those snowplow guys have worked 50, 60 hours a week for the past probably month and a half. I don't know how long, but maybe we don't say thank you enough, but they deserve a little bit of praise for that.
It's actually been, a few of them got called out this past weekend, correct? So that's 10 weeks in a row, 10 weekends in a row. So there's a lot of work done and a lot of tired guys. So with our thanks. Next, Your Honor, I have the Water and Wastewater Treatment Plants report for December 2013. This report shows total water produced at almost 84 million gallons at our wastewater treatment plants. The East plant total treated was 74 million gallons, and at the West plant, that was the East plant. At the West plant, it is almost 32.5 million gallons. So I will make a motion to receive this report and place it on file.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Waldorf, second by Alderman Lukosius, to receive the Water Wastewater Treatment Plant Report for December 2013, place on file. Any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
Your Honor, I have the Water and Wastewater Treatment Plant's 2013 Operations Report. This is a very comprehensive report submitted by Chris Parra from Total Environment and Services Technologies Incorporated. I'm sure there are corporate copies back there if anyone would like a copy to read. Chris, do you have any comment?
No, just go over the numbers, and if you find anything that piques your interest or whatever, I'll be happy to meet with anybody one-on-one and go over anything.
Very good, thank you. Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion to purchase a used 3-ton dump truck for $8,000. This truck will be a replacement for a current 3-ton truck requiring major repairs. I believe that truck has the floor out of it, so that is part of the major repair. And this is a very good deal on this dump truck. Chief, do you have any comment?
You want me to go into all the details of it, how we came about it?
Yeah,
I think we should. This truck, as you can see in the parentheses there, it's going to replace the current 3-ton truck that really would be cost prohibitive to put money in to make it street worthy for round-the-clock plowing and that sort of thing. So we're going to take that vehicle out of the fleet. If any other city department, whether it be the airport or anywhere, had a need for it, it could certainly service that, but it couldn't go out on a regular plow. So we have to do something in the way of replacing that truck to make sure when we do have these snows that we get all the streets plowed in a timely manner. As everybody knows, last September we had a burglary, and a truck belonging to the Public Works Department was stolen. It was recovered several months later after we had settled a claim, that is, the city had settled a claim with our insurance carrier, and I don't remember, $37,000 was our settlement with the insurance company. That truck has since been recovered. It had some damages to it. We had our city mechanic look at it. What happens in the insurance industry, this truck would be salvaged to a salvage yard, and they got a price and a quote. But we told them that or asked them if our mechanic could take a look at it to see if it would be worth getting back into our fleet, because it was a very good truck. Make a long story short, we've negotiated with them, and for $8,000 we can get that truck back. Our mechanic expects no more than $5,000 in repairs at the high end. So for $13,000, we're gonna have a truck, that will be serviceable for many, many years. So, quite frankly, I think it's a deal that we can't pass up on. To go buy this truck out on the open market, it's a unique situation because of the salvage situation, would probably be, you know, every bit of $35,000, $40,000 to do the same thing. So tonight, we'd be saying we've got to replace a truck. If we didn't have this opportunity, it wouldn't be 8 and 5, it would be probably 35 or 40.
So we're money ahead.
Way money ahead.
So, somebody stole our truck and we come out $23,000 ahead. Okay.
I guess that's one way to put it.
Yeah.
But,
The only,
yeah, it's worked out well.
how about the only insurance on that truck? Or, I mean, it's got a salvage title. Sometimes you,
Well, that's even better because the claims representative had not processed the title, so we won't have a salvage title. It's kind of a no-brainer if you ask me, and an opportunity that presented itself. And our mechanic is absolutely convinced that it's the thing to do. We really have no other alternative to buy this truck back or find some other one.
So the truck with no floor, we're gonna get rid of that truck, or?
Yeah, that's coming out of the fleet. This isn't adding to the fleet, and then we'll do something with that, but that'll be out of the fleet. It pretty much is unless we have a snow that we have to put it out on.
And it kind of fits in with our program, kind of inadvertently, but to rotate, you know, the old beat-up trucks out.
Exactly that.
Doug, just a note, just for the media, because I know I've gone over this with Jeff before, because the truck controversy and then the purchasing of the 3-ton and the tandem and the confusion, but the truck that is going to be taken out of service would have been the one that we had previously attempted to trade away, but then kept and sort of nursed it back to health for this season. Is that correct?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
That would have been gone had we not had this.
It would have been traded away, and now
That is correct.
it was just in rehab for this year, and, okay.
Yeah, our mechanic made it work.
All right.
He can't make it work much longer, so.
That is a motion, Your Honor.
And I'll second that.
Okay, before I do that, I have to back up. There's a motion and a second by Alderman Waldorf Lukosius for the Water Wastewater Treatment Plant 2013 Operation Report. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, now we have the motion by Alderman Waldorf, second by Lukosius, to purchase a 3-ton dump truck for $8,000. It will be a replacement for a current 3-ton dump truck requiring major repairs. Have a roll call vote. Clerk call the roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Lukosius.
Aye.
Perez.
Nay.
Radke.
Aye.
Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
Aye.
Motion approved.
Finally, Your Honor, I have a motion to approve a professional fee reimbursement agreement for all land developments projects per an amended land development policy.
I'll second that, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Waldorf, second by Alderman Lukosius, to approve professional fee reimbursement agreement for all land development projects per an amended land development policy. Is there any discussion?
Well, what exactly is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you,
Go ahead.
hold on, excuse me. Mike, do you have an explanation for that?
What we're looking at, Jeff and I have been getting up to speed on the current land development policy here in the city of Peru. One of the things many other cities have done is simply include a provision for all new developers and new development coming to town. And step one of the process is to simply sign a professional fee reimbursement agreement. What that does is puts them on notice that as they go through the process, time expended by the zoning office for review and approval of any plans, submittals, et cetera. And if Jeff needs outside help through professional engineering or legal counsel, those bills basically become passed through back to the developer. So they realize if there's $3,000 or $4,000 in the process of getting something submitted and reviewed and approved in the city isn't going to just eat that expense as part of doing business. It's going to be something that they would be on the hook for, and it would be something that they could, you know, in the long run, if they wanted to negotiate that in terms of other fee negotiations, they could certainly do that with you. So it doesn't guarantee you, but it certainly puts you in the driver's seat.
Thank you.
This precludes, we're overhauling the building permit process right now a little bit also. The fees that we charge right now for building permit fees, I've talked to a lot of different building inspectors in the area, and we're kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit because we're losing as we come out. For some of the charges that we charge when we're going in and doing electrical inspection, we're doing mechanical or anything like that, we're charging for that, but we're not charging by ordinance what we're getting charged. We're losing money, basically. So by doing it this way, this is a start, and we're going to be working into our building permit fees also, and we'll be seeing those change here in the real future as soon as we get done with everything on it.
That
Thank
should
you.
appropriately be adopted by ordinance.
That is a motion, Your Honor.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, Doug, don't we need, if we're gonna have something like this, don't we need an ordinance authorizing this, not just a motion, or no?
Yeah, because you have to have equal dignities with your other ordinances. That's kind of a legal term, but I mean, you have one thing in a zoning ordinance, you have another thing in a subdivision site development regulations ordinance, and then, or even your building codes, and they're all adopted by ordinance. So, to put it on par with those, it should also be adopted by ordinance, I believe.
Well, I can rescind the motion pending an ordinance. and-
Well, you
Well,
can just,
for the attorney to draft an
Yeah,
ordinance.
okay.
Just
So
add that
motion
into
then
your,
to include the attorney drafting an ordinance.
okay. And a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Alderman Waldorf, second by Alderman Mueller, to approve a professional fee reimbursement agreement for all land development projects per an amended land development policy. Turn it over to city attorney for drafting of an ordinance.
Yeah, one thing when you're looking through that, I mean, I understand the need for the city to break even on that, but I also don't wanna discourage development by having fees that are excessive, so I don't know if we can look at fees in surrounding communities or surrounding areas just to make sure that
We're actually
not.
behind. Everybody else is doing that currently. I know if you go towards the city in that way, the municipalities that way are currently doing it. Ottawa all the way to, we got this out of from Diamond, which is a smaller town than we are, so.
Okay.
All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Anything further, Public Works?
Jim, do you have anything?
Public Health and Safety, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Public Health and Safety, Alderman Ferrari, Alderman Sapienza.
Your Honor, I have the fire report for the pay period ending February 1st, 2014. The approved fire department received and responded to a total of 22 fire calls for this pay period. They have a total of 24, one of which is a monthly training session and one special detail session. They have a total payroll for February 1st, 2014 of $8,537.32. I'd like to make a motion to receive the report and place it on file.
Second, Your Honor.
Have motion by Alderman Sapienza, second by Alderman Ferrari, to receive approved fire department report period ending February 1, 2014, placed on file. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
Your Honor, we also have the approved Police Department annual report for 2013. I'll make a motion, we accept that report and place it on file.
I'll second that, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Ferrari, second by Alderman Perez, to receive the approved Police Department annual report for 2013, placed on file. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye. Opposed, motion carried.
Either chiefs, you got anything you need to say or want to say, or?
I just want to let you know that this is the busiest January as far as calls that we have dating back. We had 47 calls in January, and that's one of the busiest one. And a lot of it had to do with snowfall, a lot of wrecks, a lot of CO calls. So a lot of people, you got to, if you can put it in the press, make sure that you keep the drifts and stuff away from your vents on your furnaces, because it's back. A lot of people had drifts up over there and it's back in CO back into the houses. So they were having alarms going off. So if you can look at that, make sure you keep your drifts away from there.
Thank you. Mike, you got anything else?
That's all, Your Honor.
That's all we have.
Okay, we have, Alderman Ferrari, second by Alderman Perez for the approved police department. All in favor signify by, aye. All opposed, motion carries. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Public Property Committee, Alderman Perez, Alderman Mueller.
Yes, Your Honor, we have no report at this time. However, on the agenda, we have a motion to seek bids for landscape maintenance service. Last year, some of the volunteers got together and we saved the city about $10,000. And looking at it for next year, it was kind of difficult getting city equipment and watering all the plants and stuff. So we figured this year we would go ahead and see about bidding it out. So I'd like to make a motion to seek bids for the landscape maintenance downtown Peru and Water Street.
I will second that, and I believe the instructions have already been written, Chief. We do have a draft of that, and we're
The
ready.
bids are in Dave's office. They'll be available first thing in the morning, and then the legal notice will be published in the News Tribune twice here in the next week
Terrific.
or so.
We'll be looking forward to those.
Yep, just waiting for your motion, and if it's approved, he'll release them in the morning.
We have a motion by Alderman Perez, second by Alderman Mueller to seek bids for landscape maintenance services. If there's no further discussion, we'll have a roll call vote. Clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf. Aye. Lukosius.
Aye.
Perez.
Aye.
Radke. Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Motion
Alderman Mueller?
approved.
Nothing further.
Alderman Mueller, are we anywhere on the tax attorney for the taxes on the property?
That is being reviewed. I need to get with a legal counsel, a real estate attorney expert on that. The letter has been written, and it needs to be reviewed and signed off on by the clerk.
Okay.
We'll get that in. Also, the appraisal is in for the pole yard, so we do need to discuss that in the next.
You haven't had a chance to do that yet.
Right.
You know, on that, Alderman, just thinking out loud, the most important thing will is ending up with a title policy after you go through the petition for a tax deed.
The last
So you
time we
might,
spoke,
yeah,
you had recommended going
right.
to a
So
tax company and searching, doing
Buckner and O'Toole, which is an agent for Chicago Title Insurance Company, their underwriting work is done by Skip Hupp, Lanuti, Martin, and Arian over there on Madison Street. You might check that, because then if they have it in the first instance, they're also given the underwriting information to...
Could you tell me that again?
Yeah. Talk to Karen Feistad at Buckner and O'Toole Title Company on Madison Street in Ottawa, and then see if Rich Burton or George Hupp would actually proceed to file the petition for tax deed and then coordinate it with the issuance of a final policy.
Very good, I'll do that. Thank you.
Public property, nothing further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, report city attorney, ordinances, resolutions.
Yes, Your Honor, there was a joint hearing before the Plan Commission and Zoning Board of Appeals concerning Doll Estates subdivision. It was actually a continuation. The initial hearing was on January 8, 2014. The council previously reviewed and accepted those minutes. And at that time, it was moved to adjourn to a date certain to February 5th, 2014, at which additional evidence was adduced. John Chamlin, on behalf of Gary and Deborah Dahl, stated that he had presented the landscaping plan and the fencing plan to the Design and Review Committee, both of which were conceptually approved. The idea is to have a homogeneous subdivision, so the same fencing is used throughout the whole subdivision, so there isn't a hodgepodge. Depending upon the type of fencing material used, the estimated cost of that was $46,000 to $98,000. I believe $44,000 to $96,000. So conceptually it was approved there. It was approved by Plan Commission, Zoning Board of Appeals. In the minutes of that Design and Review Committee, minutes were attached. All the variances and the final plat, which would now be a 10-lot subdivision. The outlot on the north east side was cut down in size such that there's 10 lots. And now the difference from the first hearing is that the rear yard setbacks on lots 6 to 10 on the east side of the development would now be the full 30 feet. Both boards felt that economic issues were within the jurisdiction of the city council, not within their jurisdiction. It was pointed out that the developer is proposing to put in a concrete roadway, which would cost $60,000 more than asphalt roadway. But given the estimated life of concrete, it was estimated to save the city $90,000 during that lifespan because it would eliminate an estimated 2 millings and overlays. The fees requested to be waived in consideration of that totaled approximately $20,000. But the variances and approval of the final plat is now being 10 lots instead of 9 were all unanimously approved.
Okay, do we have a motion to receive the minutes and concur with the recommendation?
So moved, Your Honor.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Lukosius to receive the minutes and place on file and concur with recommendation. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried.
You have an ordinance granting the variances, be it ordained that the Dollar State subdivision, which is that 5.61 acre parcel of real estate, grants the variances. The garages need not be screened until they exceed 30 linear feet in length. The front yard length and height is increased to not more than the lot width and a height of 6 feet. Front yard setback is reduced from 30 feet to 25 feet, and the rear yard building setback is reduced from 40 feet to 25 feet on the west side and then 30 feet on the east side.
Have a motion to accept the ordinance as written and read.
So moved, Your Honor.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Lukosius to accept the ordinance as written and read. Is there any discussion? Have a roll call vote. Clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari. Waldorf. Lukosius.
Aye.
Perez.
Aye.
Radke.
Aye.
Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
Motion approved.
You have an ordinance approving the waivers from the subdivision ordinance. And the homeowners' covenants were presented to the Plan Commission and approved. They did a good job on those, frankly. Then you have a waiver of plan review fees and subdivision improvement security bond would be substituted by the personal guarantee of Gary and Deborah Dahl. There would be additional street lighting purchased by the developer but installed by the city. The front footage fees would be waived. Actually, they were already paid when the initial along Shooting Park Road when the Greaves and Sitterly developed the Sycamore Lakes subdivision, and so theoretically they'd be included in the cost of the 5.6 acres that the Dahls purchased. The cash bond for sidewalk construction would be substituted by the personal guarantee of Gary and Deborah Dahl. And sidewalk construction would be within 2 years rather than 1 year, so it's not damaged during the construction of residences within the subdivision.
Do we have a motion to approve the ordinance as written and read?
So moved, Your Honor.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Lukosius to approve the ordinance as written and read. Is there any discussion? Have a roll call vote. Clerk call the roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf. Lukosius.
Aye.
Perez. Radke. Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
Motion approved.
Then you have ordinance approving the final plat for Dahl Estates LLC subdivision be it ordained. Final plat for Dallas Estates LLC subdivision, City of Pearl, Illinois, copy of which is here to attach, made by Kevin Heights, Illinois professional land surveyor, under and by direction of the owner of the premises, described and platted therein shall be, and the same is hereby approved and accepted. And that's now a 10-lot subdivision.
Do I have a motion to accept this?
So moved.
Second, Your Honor.
I have a motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Lukosius, to accept the ordinance as written and read. Is there any discussion? Have a roll call vote, clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Lukosius. Perez.
Aye.
Radke.
Aye.
Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
Aye.
Motion approved.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Alderman Radke?
Is this the final on the Dow subdivision, or any more waivers or anything else that you guys need? Or if not, when do you expect construction to start? Do they have a plan? All right, thanks. It'll be a good development, I think, on the west side.
Unfinished business. Anybody under the unfinished business?
I'll make a motion to receive and place on file the letter from LaSalle County State's Attorney's Office regarding the report to the City Council concerning overtime question as completed by retired Judge William Balestro.
I'll second that, Your Honor.
I have a motion by Alderman Waldorf, second by Alderman Lukosius, to receive and place on file the letter from the LaSalle County State's Attorney. Is there any discussion? Have a roll call vote, clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Lukosius.
Aye.
Perez.
Aye.
Radke. Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
Aye.
Motion approved. Oh, I'm asking for is there any other unfinished business that's not on the...
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor. I'd like to ask, it's time that we move our city forward now from the payroll investigation, and I would hope that the public, the citizens, there's a loss of trust within the city of Peru by the citizens, and I would hope that the mayor could give an apology to the citizens and the employees and the council. If you could bring that for yourself to do, I think that would be great. So that's all I have to say.
Okay, new business. Is there any new business? I have, I'm asking for a motion for the appointment of William Steve to the Recreation Board.
So moved, Your Honor.
Second.
Second. I'll second.
I have a motion by Alderman Waldorf, second by Alderman Mueller, for the appointment of William Steve to the Recreation Board. Is there any discussion? Have a roll call vote, clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Lukosius.
Aye.
Perez.
Aye.
Radke.
Aye.
Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
Motion approved. Petitions, communications?
Yes, Your Honor, I have a communication from Greg and Karen Sidlowski of 3003 6th Street requesting a text amendment to the zoning ordinance to allow a detached garage without a principal structure.
Okay, do we have a motion to receive the communication, place on file, turn it over to planning and zoning for review and recommendation?
So moved, Your Honor.
Second, Your Honor.
I have a motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Lukosius, to receive the communication, turn it to planning and zoning for review and recommendation. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried.
Next, we have a communication from Jim Zabrowski, member of the Peru Volunteer Ambulance Service, requesting permission to hold a car cruise, vendor show, and movie in the park in Centennial Park on August the 9th. We have a letter respectfully request the reservation use of Centennial Park and the closure of the street directly adjacent south for the purpose of a car cruise and show to be held on August the 9th. This year's fundraising is designated to provide entertainment to the whole city in the form of the following approximately 20 vendors, ranging from jewelry, movies, DVDs, antique collectibles, car cruise, car show, games, prizes for children, parade of antique cars in the early evening, popcorn, music, DJ, and there'll be a portable drive-in setup, and the movie plan is Grease After Sunset. So rather than their annual event, that is just a car show. They're trying to combine it with some other activities and make it a more overall resident, citizen-friendly event for more people to attend.
Okay, we have a motion to receive the communication from Zim Zabrowski from the Prue Volunteer Ambulance requesting permission for
So
the...
moved, Your Honor.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Perez, second by Alderman Mueller, to receive the communication, place on file, grant permission pending that date is open.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried.
And
Well, that-
hopefully the snow will be melted by then.
By August? Okay, the last communication is from CVS Pharmacy requesting variances and subdivision approval for property located on the southwest intersection of Illinois 251 and Shooting Park Road.
Your Honor, I'll make a motion, we send that to planning and zoning.
I'll second that.
Have a motion from Alderman Ferrari, second by Alderman Sapienza, to receive the communication, place on file, turn it to planning and zoning, review, and recommendation. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. Any further petitions, communication?
No further communications, Your Honor.
Public comment. Do we have any public comment?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand that you had a loss in the family, and our condolences to you, and your family.
Okay, any other public comment? We don't need a closed session. Do we have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Mike Radke.